Doom Tower is going to be ending soon, so I need to try to attempt to do floor 100 today and tackle the Magma Dragon for the first time. Hey you guys, it's Cece. Welcome back to my channel. As I mentioned, this is my first time trying to tackle this Magma Dragon, and I want to try to hopefully maybe be able to even finish Doom Tower before the reset, but if anything else, I at least want to attempt to get this Void Shard. So with Magma Dragon, as I said, I haven't tried to fight this monster before, this boss, so looking at him, it attacks one enemy and decreases the target's turn meter by 50%. Will target enemies under the Hex debuff. So with his other skills, essentially instantly places the Hex debuff for 4 turns as well. He ignores things like Unkillable, Shield. Looking at all his skills and the things that he actually does, the best approach is to try to get Provoke against this boss, which they also do mention as well. So he isn't immune to Provoke, so it's essentially saying bring along people that can actually provoke. Now the problem is, looking at my champs, I don't know if I have the champs in roster that can actually do this. So I'm gonna play around with this and see what champs I can actually use and if they will work here. So looking at my team, this is where we actually need to go ahead and build who we want to bring along here. So I'm going to actually keep He-Man. I think for damage, she'll be good. Also going to bring along Sify. I bring her everywhere. She is in every single one of my teams, honestly, you guys. So bringing her, maybe I'll keep the resist. No, there's no point in that. We'll see what I actually use for a lead here. Maybe her resistance, potentially. Now, as I said, I need Provoke. So looking through who I actually have built that can do the Provoke. Let's see who I've got. Okay, so we'll have some epics. Taragi, not fully ascended and really built yet, been playing around. Seeker, I do actually have Provoke gear on this champ, so he could potentially be really good here. I'm banking on him, essentially, to keep that Provoke. So the goal, of course, to keep Provoke up the entire time. So Sify, my support. He-Man damage. Seeker, a little bit of both. Whisper, she will be my damage dealer. So I think we're going to bring her along. And now I think I could use one more support. Definitely have a few different options here on who I would want to bring. I think we're going to go with, thinking maybe Uugo? Maybe. I don't know if I need another reviver in here, but I think for now we'll attempt this and kind of see how this goes. And I think we'll go with that resistance lead. Okay, we'll go ahead and try this. I don't know if I'll need to play around with it, if I'll need to trade anybody out. We'll see. Uugo, of course, being a great champ. We have that defense break. And remember, Uugo you can actually get from using my link. It is one of the champions that you get, but you start with a legendary. So you get Elenaril day 1, and then you get 3 epics. So Uugo is actually one of the epics I picked to include in my download link because I find her to be just incredibly useful everywhere. So yes, if you are a new player and you want to start with these champions, like Uugo, Elenaril, and some other really good epics, then use my link to download it. So they got through round 1, no problem, as expected. And I'm kind of liking, we have the shield, we have some support. Oh, I want to take it off auto. Oh, I see the Provoke coming off Seeker. So that's really what we're banking on. I need that Provoke to land, especially now on this boss. So I could essentially try to auto this, but I don't know if that's what we want to do. So we don't really need to worry about that. I think for now... Yeah, I don't think that'll work actually. So we'll see. Should we just auto? Let's throw it on auto. I'm going to let them do what they need to do. I don't know if that's the best idea, throwing it on auto. We'll see. We'll watch this and kind of see. So again, Whisper's going to do most of my damage, I'm thinking. Between her and He-Man are my damage dealers. Seeker, what I really want is the Provoke. Perfect. We landed the Provoke there. That is good. And then I think between Uugo and Sify, we should be able to keep everybody's HP up. The biggest thing, I don't want the Hex landed on anyone, at least not Sify. That would be the main thing. We just can't get Sify to have that on her. Because, I mean, if she's gone, then she's got high enough HP, might be able to survive it, but... Seeker's got it? No. That was like the one champ that I'm like, no, don't get Hex. I mean, we got the Provoke. I feel like Seeker's gonna go down, you guys. But Sify can revive, so it's okay. All right, Uugo took it because of the cleanse. Oh, I mean, maybe. I don't know how much HP I have on my Uugo, actually, but she took one for the team. Because remember, you can't actually, if you didn't know, you probably did, you cannot actually fully cleanse the Hex. It's just going to essentially transfer for this. So, I mean, so far, so good. We got the Provoke again. We have one more turn on the Hex on Uugo. I think this team can actually do it. And you know what? For a first attempt, I'm actually... This is why I gotta remember to actually use my keys and attempt these things. Because I did attempt this floor, I don't even know when, maybe a month, 2 back or so. give or take. Yeah, and was not able to get up this high. So I'm glad to see I'm actually making progress here. And I think this team works pretty well. As I said, Uugo kind of being the support. The provoke, I think, is like essential to a floor like this. So I do have a few champs. Like I said, I also have Taragi, who I do need to build out a little bit more. And I do actually want to experiment more with that champ. And I do have Taragi on my other account with a perfect soul. Can't remember if it's 5-star or 6-star, but I do have it on that account. So that's probably where I will see what I can do with it and see kind of where I want to use him. Oh, Uugo. Hanging on. Just hanging on with that HP. Okay, we didn't land the provoke there. Come on, Seeker. Yep. There it goes. There goes Uugo. This is why I was also thinking I could bring Sternick along. But since it ignores unkillable, then... But for the support, I've actually been using Sternick here and there. I think this team is doing it, though. But, like, the bulk of my damage coming from Whisper. And I think with the defense break pairs really nicely. And then I'm landing just enough provokes. You guys, I got it. I did it. I actually went into this thinking this would be so much harder for me. But this is the first time that I actually beat this floor. And I got my Void Shard. Yes, I'm so proud. I'm so happy right now. You know why? Because it's progress. And that's the thing. Because should we just auto climb with this? I did kind of like bringing Whisper along, though. I'm not going to lie. Instead of stock, you do damage. We'll bring you along and throw some HP. We'll kind of throw this on auto climb. So for myself being like, I'm still early game, right? I'm still figuring everything out in this game, trying to actually do my accomplishments and get as far as I can. So I've set personal goals for myself. So I was like, at least do floor 100. I am going to attempt to climb to actually beat it. We will see. I feel like I could have the champs. Confident enough. I have the champs. I definitely have better gear now as well. I've been doing so much work in dungeons and trying to improve my champs and get better gear. So that is going to be my next goal, is hopefully to actually get up to 120 and maybe even be able to beat it this time. Like I said, I expected this to be a little harder for myself, but that's only thinking back to like where I attempted it before. And I didn't, at the time, honestly, I didn't have Whisper. I think I had He-Man, but I definitely didn't have Whisper, and I didn't have, my Secret was not built, so I think that was helpful too. But it's a good start, so now I can use the rest of my keys up, and because I would need to be able to wait for the reset, so hopefully I have enough time to actually be able to beat everything for this rotation. But if not, there is always going to be next time. If you download Raid Shadow Legends using my link, I'm actually going to start you off with the free legendary champion on day 1. And then at level 10, level 20, and level 30, you'll get yourself an epic. That is 4 amazing champions that you can get just by downloading using my link. That went a lot smoother than I expected. And honestly, my next goal is to get to 120 and actually beat it. So be sure you guys subscribe so you're able to see if I'm able to make my way up there and that journey. And comment down below. Let me know what advice do you have for me for trying to beat floor 120 this rotation. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.